G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I'll be going through how I went in round 11 and then I'll be giving you my round 12 AFL tips. Very excited to jump in and discuss how I did this week. If you are a follower of both my NRL and AFL tips, you would see that I did really well in the AFL but horrible in the NRL. So let's get into it. First game, Cats, Bulldogs. I backed in the Cats. They got the job done. I backed them in by 10. They won this one by 14. I will say my margins are getting so bloody good in the AFL. They are nearly spot on every week, which is crazy. But yeah, great first tip there. Then we go into Essendon against Richmond. Backed in Essendon. Thought they'd get the job done here against the Tigers. They did. Really good tip there. We move on. The only game I got wrong was this one, Marvel Stadium, Carlton taking on GWS. I backed in Carlton. I thought, at Marvel, they should get the job done. GWS have been hot and cold all year. Backed in the Blues. Unfortunately, that came back to bite me because it was the only tip I got wrong. Outside of that, I would have had a perfect week. All right, Hawthorn against Brisbane. I backed in Brisbane here. I thought after two pretty poor performances, Brisbane would be back, firing, ready to go. They did. Hawthorn, I thought they were a bit disappointing, the Hawks. I thought this would be a lot closer, but the Lions, I think they were just fed up with, mediocrity over the last few weeks, and they went, nah, bugger this. We're getting a good win, and they did. Backed in Collingwood to beat North Melbourne. North Melbourne gave them a good run for their money to start the game, but Collingwood obviously too good. They ran away with it at the end. Backed in Fremantle to beat Port Adelaide at Optus. This one was a pretty obvious one. Port Adelaide are struggling a little bit this year, so I thought Freo would be too good here, and they were. 49-point win there for the Dockers. Good stuff for them. All right, next up, Adelaide taking on West Coast at Adelaide Oval. I was pretty proud with West Coast, how they went for the first sort of 2.5 quarters. Obviously, we then just let it go, and Adelaide put the foot to our necks and absolutely destroyed us. So a good win there for the Crows. And tipping against your club, love to see it. I just can't tip the Eagles this year. So good win there for the Crows. All right, and then to wrap up the weekend, I took Demons to beat the Swans. A really strong win here for the D's as well. So credit to them. I thought this could go could have gone either way. But the Demons get the job done and we get another tip right. All right, next up, backed in the Suns to beat the Saints. They get the job done there, and we go 8 from 9. Crazy stuff. We move on to round 12. All right, in round 12, we've got a Thursday night. Well, I was going to say banger, but it's not really because it should be one-sided. I think the Lions win this one, and I do think it'll be by about 23 points. If I get this margin, a 23-point margin, that is crazy. That is insane. I'm just the king of margins if I get this, because that'd be a crazy pick there. Next up, we've got Collingwood taking on the Hawthorn Hawks. Collingwood at the MCG. Hawthorn coming off that loss to the Lions. I think Collingwood should win this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hawthorn did get the job done here. Suns against Freo. I think this is going to be closer than a lot of people are probably thinking. I'm going to back in the Suns at home, but I definitely think there's a world where Fremantle cause an upset in this one. Next up, we got the Giants against Richmond. I generally would not be surprised if Richmond got up in this game. Obviously, I'm going the safe option. I'm backing in the Giants, but yes, I would not be surprised if Richmond get up in that one. Swans against the Crows is an interesting game. This is difficult. I'm going to go the Crows. I'm going to go the safe pick again. But again, this is definitely a game that could go either way. So, yeah, backing in the Crows, but I would not be surprised if the Swans win that one. All right, we've got the Demons taking on the Saints here. So this should be actually, I think this will be one of the games of the rounds, like in terms of entertainment. I'm going to back in the Ds, but again, would not be surprised if the Saints got up. All right, and then to wrap it all up, the Eagles against the Cats. obviously I'm backing in the Cats. 1,000% backing in the Cats because obviously the Eagles are my team, but I cannot see them beating Geelong, so I am going to back in the Cats in this one. However, I don't know what it is about the Eagles and Geelong, but sometimes we step up, even when we're down the bottom of the ladder. For some reason, Geelong ignite a flame in us that gets us at least competitive with them. So look, we probably will lose this one by 100, but I would not be surprised if we did end up winning this game. All right, that is my tips for round 12. Let me know yours down below in the comments, and let me know how you're going in 2025. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.